Back again. Sharp Game here, coming at you with another episode from ChooseYourRelationships.com. Offer of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. Jeez. Ooh, man. Excuse me. I got the chills all of a sudden, man. Man. It's kind of chilly back here, though. But hey, that'll be all right. So, in this video, I'm going to talk about The Art and Science of Respect. It's a book by your boy, Jay Prince. Now, if you don't have this book, you got to go get it. You got to go get this book if you don't have it. I have to be real. This is probably the best design book I think I've ever read. I'm talking from cover to cover. I mean, from cover to cover, this thing is like shit. I mean, from cover to cover, this book is like, this is the best looking book I've ever seen. I'm serious. And I've read at this point, over 1,000 books at this point in my life. But this is the best design book, cover to cover. From cover to cover. Check out some of the pictures. We got pictures with people like Diddy, Dr. Dre, you name it. Muhammad Ali, people like that. Politicians, Mike Tyson. You really gotta check this out. Suge Knight. Yeah, Baby from Cash Money. All these guys. There they go, Suge Knight, Puffy. Now, one thing I like about the book, even Irv Gotti, Ja Rule. Now, first, if you don't know who Jay Prince is, he's the guy that's responsible for the Ghetto Boys, Scarface, Willie D, Bushwick Bill, Big Mike, Drake, Floyd, Mayweather, a couple other people. I just can't think of off the top of my head at the moment. But the reason why I like this book, because he's all about respect. Everything starts with respect when it comes to him. Everything. Business, social life, personal life. As the old saying goes, if you hang around fools, you become the next one. So he's all about respect. I mean, he's like, and he demands it. That's the thing. If he doesn't receive respect, he's willing. He give respect. You can't expect to receive something that you can't give. So his philosophy is, if I give you respect and you don't give me respect back, we can't do nothing together. We can't do business together. We can't coexist in the same room together. So somebody got to go. That's his philosophy. And I've taken that same philosophy and used it in my life, in my social life, particularly. And that's why I always say, when dealing with women, you cannot tolerate disrespect. Because if you tolerate disrespect, that's going to mess with your mind. It's going to play with your mind, and it can become normal after a while that you're being disrespected, and you're going to lose confidence in yourself. You won't believe in yourself. Because if you don't have enough self-respect for yourself, you don't see the value that you have in yourself, well, no one else will. Because you teach people how to treat you. Most people just don't treat you nice just because they have good morals. I don't see a lot of people doing that at all. Just because you're a nice guy, you got all your degrees, you got a good job, you stay on the other side of town. Nobody's going to be jumping up and down, high-fiving you. No. And women are not going to stop you down the street because they found out that you got a good job or you went to Ivy League college. No. It doesn't work that way. A lot of guys think that way, and then they get their wake up call. A lot of guys think, if I went to college, I graduated, I got a decent paying job, I got a car, nice apartment, they think women are just supposed to flock to them, bow down, and kiss their ass. It doesn't work that way. And when they see other guys that didn't even go to college, don't even have a car, and the women is flocking towards them, this is when guys become haters then, because they be like, this don't make no sense. Why the hell she want to be with this bum? And the reason why she wants to be with that guy you think's a bum is because he makes her feel a certain type of way. He makes her feel a certain type of way. He doesn't put her on a pedestal like you do. As soon as you meet her, in most cases, you make her feel special. And you don't even know her from a can of paint. But you make her feel like she's the one. Just because she's attractive or whatever crazy ideas guys usually come up with, man. So now you're disrespecting yourself now. Because you put somebody on a pedestal that you really don't even know. That's what's crazy. That's what's crazy. And meanwhile, most women would not put a guy on a pedestal in the same manner that most guys would. That's crazy. And hit the like button. Hit the like button. Share this video. Follow me on Instagram. And PS, and by the way, I'm basically giving people free access to my brand new website, badboysecretsclub.com. For a limited time, I'm basically going to give you free access for 7 days. So if you click the link below this video, check out my brand new website, free for 7 days. And if you don't like it, you can cancel anytime. So, yeah, you just got to see yourself as a man of value. You are enough. You shouldn't see yourself as a second class citizen. Like, I mean, because if you walk around, especially in America, being average, there's a good chance that you're going to be overlooked when it comes to promotions, opportunities, just socially, just in general. Average don't work in this country. Average don't work. So I know a lot of guys that they'll send me emails from time to time, and they say, hey, I have a lot of friends from all walks of life, and women from all walks of life. And, I never had any problems with these groups of women. I was like, yeah, because you're just an average dude. I said, I bet you if you were to start doing other things outside of the perception that they already have of you, I bet you that the relationship y'all have together would change. Because you have to understand, most women you meet, just most people in general, especially people that come over here from other countries, they have a personal relationship with you and a business relationship. Or maybe just a personal relationship. But they don't let the two cross over. So sure, as long as you're being the person that they think you're supposed to be, sure, y'all be great friends. They'll invite you over to the house and everything. He might even let you smash his wife, depending on how they get down. But as soon as you start acting in a manner that they don't like, as soon as you show your whole hand, all of a sudden you're going to be the name calling is going to come. Then that relationship is going to change. I'll put my life on it. I'll put my life on it. Because a lot of people think just because, hey, somebody invites me over to their house, some people think just because, hey, this person talks to me all the time, they laughing and giggling and all the other stuff that's not really important. They think that somehow, hey, this person has to like me. They talk to me all the time. A lot of guys say silly shit like this. I mean, who cares if people talk to you all the time? People will talk your head off. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean they like you at all. They might just be blowing time. Who knows? And you shouldn't be trying to seek validation from anybody in the first place. If you want some validation, look in the mirror. That's the person you should seek validation from. Your damn self. Because let's just be honest. People are not into you like that. People are not into you the way you think. No one wakes up in the morning and thinks about what you're doing today. No, people are not into you like that. Not at all. People are into themselves 97% of the time. The only way anyone will give a thought about you is if you're impacting their lives directly or indirectly. Other than that, people are not really into you like that. Not as much as you think. So you're wasting your time seeking and thinking about what other people are saying about you. So it's in your best interest to make decisions that's best for you and stop thinking and worrying about what other people are saying about you, because it doesn't really matter. Now, if you're young, if you're in the 20s, you're probably not aware of what I just said over the past 2 minutes, because I was in my 20s and I used to always think about what people are going to say when it's time for me to make a decision, or what people are going to think of me when it's time for me to do anything. And as I got older, when I hit 35, I realized that most people aren't really into me like that. They're just into themselves. And that's really it. Most people are selfish. You know, we come in the world selfish. So, you know, most people are really into themselves. They're not really thinking about you like that. So it's good for you to just live your life and make decisions that's in the best interest for you. You and your family, or if you're single, that's the best way to go about doing it. You know, and the only respect is self-respect. That the only respect is self-respect. You know, if you don't have self-respect for yourself, and if you don't have empathy, and if you don't have self-awareness of who you are and what you stand for, and if you have no standards, you're in trouble. You're going to always be spinning your wheels. You're going to always be walking around confused. You don't know what to do. You don't know how to act. And see, if you knew who you are, you wouldn't be thinking about how should you act or how should you behave. That's woman talk. Women talk like that. Women be telling guys, "Oh, he's a good boy." Women be saying, "Oh, I got a good one, girl." That's women. Women talk like that. "Oh, I got a good one. Oh, behave yourself. Oh, he's so supportive and caring. He listens to everything that I say." That's how women talk. Women talk like that. You know, and what happens, a lot of guys will play that role. They'll listen to everything a woman say, be all attentive and everything. They'll do this, might go on for months, years. And then at some point, he's going to stop doing it. And then all of a sudden, he's going to go from the hero to the zero. And she's going to say, "Oh, he changed. He changed." No, he didn't change. He just knew what you liked and kind of started doing it. That's all. See, because a lot of women get caught up into this thing where, you know, it's like the guy's behavior is dictated upon if he's a good guy or bad guy. But that's not true. I mean, you can perpetrate the fraud for months. I mean, guys shouldn't do that. No, I don't think a guy should do that. You shouldn't perpetrate the fraud. You shouldn't act like you're somebody else, but you're not, because you want the woman's approval, or you want some sex too. A lot of guys do that. You shouldn't do that. You should be who you are from jump, day one. That way, no one will waste anybody's time. Because weeks and months go by, and you be like, and then when a relationship starts going south, and somebody's gonna say, "Oh, I didn't know he was like that. Oh, you know, he changed. She changed." No, nobody changed. Y'all are just fronting. Y'all are just fronting from day one. And then when y'all started rolling in the sack together, y'all got complacent and got comfortable. And then all of a sudden it's like, then y'all go back and forth with the bickering, you know, I don't know about this. I don't know about that. I don't like this. I don't like that. You wasn't the person I thought you was. Neither of y'all were the person that y'all thought y'all was, because both of y'all were fronting. Well, but I say, hey, have enough respect for yourself to be who you are day one. And you know what's funny? Most women, if she thinks you're the truth, she'll go along with it. If she thinks you're the truth, she'll go along with it. And I've had this experience many times. And I know a lot of other guys have the same experience. Most women, if they're into you, they'll do almost anything. All these rules that they have, that shit is for guys that they're not into. That's all that shit is for. I mean, the jobs do the same thing. If you try to get a job and you go to an interview, and if they really want to hire you, and if you tell them what was on the ad that you responded to, and they'll be like, oh, no, we just put that up there. But, you know, it's okay. And then you get the job. This happened to me 2 or 3 times. So women do the same thing. They have their little, you know, imaginary standards of what they expect out of a guy. Just kind of like getting a job. And when they find a guy that they're really into, they throw all that shit out the window. They held all them rules. Rules are for people that they're not into. That's why they say rules are made to be broken. Yeah, so it's like, you know, if you're that dude, man, if you're the truth, stand in your truth, baby. Stand in your truth. That's all I'm saying. And you know, and don't be ashamed of it. Don't be ashamed of who you are, where you came from, how you grew up, and where you grew up at. Don't be ashamed of none of that shit. What up, evil boy genius in the house? Cosmic warrior in the house. Mike, I thought the book was rather shallow. Prince held back too much. Well, you know, Mike, he can't tell too much. You can't tell too much, Mike. You know, the stuff he told was mostly stuff that was on public records, basically. You know, you know, he can't tell but so much, man. You can't you know what I'm saying, Mike? You can't incriminate yourself, man. Yeah, stand in your truth, John. What up, John? Yeah, man, go get the. I highly recommend. Go get the book. Everybody, man. Everybody, go get it. It's a good read, man. But I'm telling you, it's the best design book I think I've ever seen. I'm talking like cover to cover. I mean, he put a lot of money in this shit. Leo Cohen and them. Oh no, he. But Dame Dash put him out there. Dame Dash. Hey, Dame Dash put Leo Cohen business out there. You got to get the book Culture Vultures with Dame Dash and what's that other guy? I forgot. You know, I forgot that other guy. Dame Culture Vultures. Dame Dash put all the dirt out there. I'd like to meet him, Dame Dash, in person, man. Yeah, you got. I'd like to meet him in person one time, man. I think I'd be laughing my ass off. Yeah, culture vultures and oh man, I'm telling you, man, you got to keep it 100, man, out here. You got to hit the like button, like this, hit the like button, share this video, and like I said, I'm giving free access, damn near, to my brand new website, badboysecretsclub.com. You get 7 days free access. Pay $1. And after the 7 days, if it sucks, cancel. You know. I'm at my old job, Target in Jersey City. He's down there. Oh, you met Dame Dash? Yeah, he seems down to earth, man. He seems like he don't seem like he's fake or phony. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he doesn't seem like he's fake or phony, that type of dude, you know. Now the people around him, I don't think they are too much like. I think that's a little different from Dame. The people that he had around him, like Jay-Z, Kareem, and the rest of them other guys back in the day. I think that's where the separation came about, because you have people together working together, but they have different values. You know, different values, different way of looking at things. So that's that's how the separation came about. And when you have people with different values, different perspective, different I don't know, maybe different goals, that breeds separation. So somebody like these other executives back in the day, you know, someone can come in from the outside and pitch somebody or buy somebody, or cut a deal with somebody in your circle, and it'd be easy. Y'all get exploited very easily because everybody's not on the same page. That's why people always say unity breeds separation. Because if your circle's not tight, if your organization is not tight, it can easily be taken down. You know? That's what happened with a lot of groups, man. A lot of people with entertainment. You know, a lot of people on the streets too, as well. That's what usually happens. There's always one to two people. That's all it really takes. One to two people, and the whole group get taken down because that one person, they just wanted something different than the rest of the people, and it's mostly stems from greed, women, mostly greed and women. Not stuff, not cars, not clothes. You know? It's that type of deal. And this stuff been going on for forever, man. Vices? Not so much vices. Not so much. It's usually more like I say prestige or status or women, or someone might have low self-esteem. Someone had low self-esteem and they don't have much respect for themselves, they can get exploited too. That's one of the biggest problems we have as people. We a lot of us have low self-esteem. We're always looking for the next new thing. And that has to do with how we grew up, how our family came about. If some of our families didn't have a pretty good start. Some of it depends on how our grandparents came about. That's where it stems from. How our grandparents came about. It's like I can go to anybody's house or I can talk to anybody. And if I ask them how their grandparents came about, that's going to tell me a lot about them. Grandparents and great-grandparents. That's going to tell me a lot. That's all I really need to know about anybody. Just tell me about your great-grandparents and your grandparents. And that's how I know how you came about. That's real talk. I think I kind of I think I kind of got lucky because I had the opportunity to meet my great grandparents and my grandparents. And I don't know too many people that can say that. And the reason why that happened is because they lived to be so old. It's like I never knew my grandparents to be young. When I was born, they were old. When I was born, my grandparents were in the 60s when I was born. And my great-grandparents were in the 80s when I was born. So I've never seen them young. Most people can't say that. And my parents were in the 40s. My mom had me when she was 40. So everybody lived to be so old in my family. This is why I know my family history back and forth. I mean, I know how my whole town came about, basically, But if you don't know your family history, I mean, you're going to think like, you're going to be looking elsewhere. And people do this, like, people automatically do this shit. But if you found out that your grandfather did pretty well back in the day, he was a good man, your grandmother did some great things, and you found out that your grandmother was multi-talented, doing something, that's going to make you feel proud, a certain type of way inside. That makes you feel a certain type of way. Feel like, hey, okay, I came from a family tree of doers. But if you don't know anything about your family, or if you found out that your family were like, I don't know, slaves or some shit like that, and the whole family was split up and they ended up on a farm, some crazy shit like that, or maybe they were slaughtered by the Klan during the Jim Crow era. I mean, that's gonna make you feel you're gonna have a very negative point of view. Now, some people will say, well, it don't matter what happened back then. What about today? Well, that's a bunch. Anybody that says that, that's a crock of bullshit. Because the reason why I say that's a crock of bullshit, because it's people's grandparents, what they did back in the day is the reason why they're living the way they're living today. So anyone that says what happened back in the day doesn't matter, that's a crock of bullshit. You need to get away from those types of people. Sure, you can make a difference today if you're willing to put in some work and be strategic and get around people and organize. Sure, you can do some stuff today. But to say that what happened back in the day, it doesn't matter or doesn't equate to how people are living today, that's bullshit. Yeah, they ignore our history, but they celebrate their history. They ignore our history, but they celebrate their family history, though. They'll tell us, hey, forget about that. It doesn't matter. But during the holidays, they celebrate their family history. So ours don't matter, but theirs do. Come on. Yeah, that's the hypocrisy that's in this country. That's you're being a hypocrite now. Of course they paved the way for us. They destroyed the village. They destroyed the village. And then you turn around and be like, hey, why are those people acting like that? Well, how did they get that way? It didn't happen by accident. Then, they'll create the environment, guns, drugs, etc., then leave, then put people on blast and play dumb and act like they don't know what's going on. That's a bunch of bullshit. That's a bunch of bullshit, man. And this shit is still going on today in these other countries. They'll go to the worst village in any country, exploit the people, man, woman, and child, rape them, molest them, take all the resources, build 2 houses, take a picture, build 1 school, take a picture, and have some nonprofit, and then they find people to give them money every year. And then they'll have some old somebody on their payroll that work in the village. And every time they come, he'll show them around, drive them around in the van. And they'll keep taking pictures. And they don't even live in these countries. They go there every couple, probably twice a year, stay there for like a month. But they don't stay in the village. They'll stay in the city somewhere or somewhere near the beach. So every year they'll get money. All these big corporations give them money. McDonald's, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, you name it. As long as you got your paperwork right, they don't care. So this type of stuff been going on. Well, unfortunately, a lot of black people don't know history. And the education system is like that's like indoc. That's like brainwashing school. See, it's like if you don't have enough respect for yourself, it just ain't going. You do about anything. I mean, serious. And some people feel helpless, hopeless. And the reason why they feel hopeless is because they don't know their history. They don't know their family history. The jail system, shit, I don't know anything about the jail system. But I guess you're right. You know, you could be right about that, Cosmic Warrior. Because a lot of guys that come out of jail, man, it takes them a couple years to get out of that mental mind state that they're in. I mean, I had a cousin, a homeboy. He did 7 years, and man, it took him about, I think he's been out now 5 years. He's just now getting back to his regular self before he went in there. So you got a lot of guys had come out, man. They still had that jailhouse mentality. I mean, I don't, something's going on in jail. I haven't been in there. I don't, but something ain't right, man. Something ain't right. Yeah, it's more prisons than any. It's more people in jail here than any place else in the world. From the way the cafeterias look, as well as the trays, the way the hallways look, the way the control is. Yeah. From that perspective, yeah, you're right about that. They got hallways just like they do in school. Yep. The trays, you're right about that. I'm with a brother at work, and he has that jailhouse mindset, always trying to scheme a dollar. Yeah, it's that mentality, it's like everything's a hustle to them. Everything's a hustle. I'm like, yo, chill, man. You don't gotta try to scheme everybody. Damn, you gotta slow down. Damn, Go hit the like button. And oh yeah, P.S. Check out my Patreon too. So this week I'm gonna upload a video talking about the psychology of women in this country. But to do that, I got to talk about the psychology of every group of people in this country. It's very interesting what happens when people come over here from other countries. It's very interesting what happens to a lot of people. You see, you got to realize this is a mind game that they playing out here. It's a mind game. So you never let nobody take your mind. Never. They might take everything you got, your car, your clothes, your hose, whatever. But never let them take your mind. That's real. Since I know you fucks with BGS, Angry Man did an amazing video breaking down the school to prison pipeline. Yeah. I mean, if you're it's in this country, it's probably it's over 50% of people in this country like functional illiterate. Think about that. Over 50% of people in this country are functional illiterate. They'll read a book, they'll read a sentence on the board, and they don't really know what the fuck it means. They know how to pronounce the word. They know how to pronounce all the words in a sentence, but they don't know what the fuck it means. They don't know that. They don't know what they just read in the book or just read in the magazine. They don't know what the person just said on the show on television. So if you have those high numbers of people that are functional illiterate, I mean, some of these people are gonna find themselves in some type of legal situation where they can't pay. It's a numbers game. No, it's much more than comprehending, Ryan. It's much bigger than just comprehending. That functional illiterate, bro. I mean, you got people that come over here too from other countries, and you got people that's born and raised here, athletes, entertainers. Some of these people they're not gonna make it. They're not gonna make it, man. Yeah, I remember Freeway Rick Ross talking about that. He said he couldn't read until after he went into prison. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, exactly. This is why a lot of athletes sign they sign bad contracts. It's not about just only can they read, Ryan. It's when they read, do they understand what they're reading? It's much deeper than just reading. Anybody can stand in front of a board and read what somebody says. Yeah, Florida just can't read. That's all. But I know people that can read, but they don't understand what they just read. That's some other shit. People are dumb and careless. Shit, man. There's no excuse why someone comes out of elementary school and can't read. Well, a lot of these schools, man, they just push people through the pipeline, push people through the system. That has a lot to do with it. To understand what you read is called comprehending. Yeah. But some of these people, it goes much deeper than that. Some of these people, English is not their first language. So that has a lot to do with it too. English is not their first language. So that puts them at a disadvantage because English is a very complicated language. And it's that way on purpose. English is the hardest language to learn. And it's that way on purpose. No Child Left Behind Act, George Bush. Oh yeah, that was bullshit. Are the kids gonna try to breed? I don't blame the school, the prison pipeline for people being so dumb. Nah, people end up in jail and they don't have a proper representation, man. For the most part. And if you don't have an attorney, if you can't pay for an attorney, they try to get most black people take a plea deal. That's pretty common. They have standardized tests everywhere, Ryan. Shit. Attorneys work with the prosecutors. Yeah, they do work with the prosecutors. Attorneys don't work for you. They don't work for us. A lot of people don't understand that shit. A lot of people think the attorneys work for you. I don't know. You hire them old sandbags, some old bullshit attorneys, and they make deals behind your back. Look, if the attorney can get you off, he can get you off. I had a lawyer tell me that shit one time. He said, look, your attorney is your judge. He slipped out and said that at the bar. Exactly. They're gonna get their money regardless. He slipped up and told me that though. He had a couple too many drinks. You know, he didn't mean to say that. Call it public pretender. Okay, public pretender. Yeah, man, it's just a dirty game out here, man. You know, but if you don't have no money, you ain't got a chance in hell. If you get in any type of serious legal problems, I mean, at least if you have money, you can pay it. At least you have a chance. You know, but if you don't got no money to pay, you shit up creek, buddy. Shit. Yeah, a lot of entertainers get ripped off all the time. This is how they have so many tax problems. Tax problems, that's the first thing that a lot of these entertainers, first problem a lot of them have, because they had these bad accountants that then ripped them off for years. And by the time they get audited, the accountant that they had, he done hauled ass. He done got his buddies on payroll, done sucks you out of thousands upon thousands of dollars. His buddy was a vendor. His buddy did this job, did that job, and you were too high and drunk, wasn't paying attention. Him and his buddy were putting money in their pocket while you were getting high and drunk. Benny Siegel. I don't know nothing about Benny Siegel. Now, it's just some people out here, man. Their whole business model is to take everything you got. We don't call them hustlers. We call them hucksters. Call them hucksters. They're like vultures, man. They're culture vultures. That's what Dame Dash call them. They're culture vultures. Man, that's what Dame Dash was talking about. You got people that prey on us in as many ways as they can possible. But they wouldn't dare do that shit with these other groups of people. Because they know what would happen. He was signed to Rockefeller, but he didn't use his own lawyer. He used Jay-Z's lawyer. Oh, well, you know. Well, Jay-Z's lawyer is not... Well, you think they tight buddies? I don't think so. You think Jay-Z and his lawyer tight buddies? Please. Jay-Z the one paying the lawyer. So who you think he's working for? I don't know. But I doubt if he's buddies with Jay-Z, as long as the money keep coming in, he's gonna stick around. But I don't think I highly think that somehow him and the attorney was working together against Benny Siegel. I doubt it. I doubt it. Well, of course, Ryan. Of course, Jay-Z was making more money than Benny Siegel. But Benny Siegel had his own problems. He was in and out of jail, had a bunch of attorney fees. That shit starts to add up after a while. Them attorney fees, them cases be ridiculous. I mean, you got a murder case, man. Most attorneys won't even touch that shit, and you have to put up $200,000 starting off. $200,000 starting off on a murder trial, murder case. I mean, that's ridiculous. Then he's in and out of jail, and every time you got to go to court, you got to pay. And you got to keep paying the attorney. Every month, usually every 60 to 90 days. Got to keep them on retainer. They'll drain your ass. And they up the ante with these entertainers. Entertainers' prices are going to be higher than would be somebody like me and you. The attorneys, they're about the money. They don't really care. They don't care who. They don't look. As long as you got the money, they'll do the talking on anybody's behalf. Shit. That's how that shit go. I mean, from that point of view, Ryan, it's not about Benny Siegel. It's about who's paying the money. They don't give a shit, man, but no Benny Siegel, and they don't give a shit about Jay-Z. Oh, you got the damn money. Hey, we can talk business. That's what it is, man. These guys are organized criminals, man. I mean, there's a lot of things that, unfortunately, a lot of things that we've been lied to so much, and misguided when it comes to in so many areas, man. And people take advantage of you if you don't know certain things. This is why a lot of people end up in jail. Child support, alimony. It's why a lot of guys on child support today. Because the girl knew you weren't going to do nothing in the first place. She ain't afraid of you. I mean, y'all might not believe this shit. Most guys that I know, the reason why they on child support is because the girl know he wasn't going to do nothing about it anyway. I don't know no guy that any woman feared put the guy on child support. I don't know none. Not one. Not one. I can't name one guy. I actually heard one. I know one girl that said, "Hey, I'm afraid to put him on child support." Most people do what they can get away with. Well, if you work with somebody, if you work for a company, that's basically how it is. They make money off you. If you can't make them no money, they won't hire you, or you won't be working there no more. So that's basically that's how that is. That's why some people call jobs a slave plantation. It's a new form of slave plantation because everybody, if you work for them, you help them generate money. And that's how it works. You know? But see, if you have enough respect for yourself and you know the value that you have, you find a way to create your own income on the side eventually. It doesn't have to happen right away, but eventually you'll be like, okay, I'm going to find a way to have more than one income so I can take care of myself and take care of my family. And when it's time for them to let my ass go, get fired, whichever comes first, it won't be such a big deal. I'll move on. But some people, they're happy working just a job. They'll work that damn job, you have to kill them. They ain't ever gonna quit. They have to get fired or laid off. They'll work the hell out of that job. They go to work, raise hell at the job. Especially if they supervise it. Oh boy. Woo-wee. Man. Work the hell out of that job. But hit the like button. Share this video. Subscribe. And go get this book. Put some respect on my name. Like Birdman said. Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name, man. And check out my my website, Bad Boy Secrets Club. You get 7 days for free. Click the link below this video. When your new book comes out, it's gonna come out the end of this year. Cosmic Warrior. Birdman's an idiot? Yeah, he is an idiot. Yeah, my new book, it'll be out the end of this year. I don't have a date yet, but as soon as I get a date, I'll let everybody know. I'm about done. I just keep adding more shit to it, more chapters to it. But I'm pretty much done with it. But I keep every week I'll keep adding more shit. You know, people respect him just because he's rich. Yeah, that's how it is in America. You know, if you got money, people look at you different. If they know you got money, people tend to look at you different. Yep, that's pretty much how that is. Especially if you're an entertainer. That idiot made a lot of money though. Well, yeah, shit. Anybody can make a lot of money, bro. You don't gotta be a genius to make a lot of money. That's a stereotype that's been put out there by rich people. Rich people want us to think that you gotta be a fucking genius to make a lot of money. That's not true. Far from true. That's the game that they play. You like long books, Husband Warrior? Shh. A lot of people don't like long books. They like just short, less than 100 pages. Seems like. Everybody like things fast. They like everything fast today. Fast money, fast women, fast cars. He didn't do it on his own. He fucked over many of his comrades. Yeah, well, in the music business, that's the game. You gotta jerk people around to really make any real money in the music business. That's the whole game. You gotta rip people off. That's how they do it. Really. You know, they bribe people a lot in the music business. They give, if you get a contract, you get a woman along with it and a car. that shit happen. That shit been going on. They bribe these guys a lot. You get a contract, a woman, and a car. If you're hot, in the streets, they'll find a way to bribe your ass. I didn't say it was easy to get rich. I said it was easy to make a lot of money. It's not that hard as you think. You just have to have a plan. Anybody can make a lot of money, man. A lot of people just don't want to put in the work. Because what happens with a lot of people is when they're young, they take on so many responsibilities. They start a family, they have kids. Some people get married in the 20s. They have babies in the 20s. They buy a house in the 20s. They take on all this responsibility, and now they overwork, and they got more money going out than coming in. So now you're in the negative. So you don't have time to think at this point. But to make a lot of money, you have to be organized. That's the problem. People don't have time to think. They're just busy doing all the time. So if you're that type of guy, of course, hell no, it's not going to be easy for you. But if you're a type of guy, if you're just starting off fresh, no responsibilities, you still at your mama's house, you can come up with a plan and make a lot of money. If you get organized. I've known a lot of people that done it. I've done it. It's easier to do that shit when you're young, though, because you don't have a lot of responsibilities versus if you're in the 30s or 40s or 50s. Most people that's in the 50s, they're not trying to do shit different. because they're complacent, especially women. They're complacent, set in their ways. They're not trying to do shit different. They're gonna keep on doing what they've been doing. They might entertain some shit. They might go to the meetups, go to the conference, but they're not doing shit. Most women I know, most people I know in their late 40s and 50s and 60s, they're not doing shit. They'll go to these conferences, go to these meetup groups, buy all the shit, buy all the book. But they're not gonna do nothing. That's been my experience. Yeah, I've seen people make a lot of money and they go out. Yeah, a lot of them do trick off and buy cars and do stupid shit. But they made the money though. That's my point. Now, what they do with the money, that's some other shit. But if you get to know these people, they ain't fucking got no, they're not geniuses. They're not the top of the, they didn't had all A's in their high school or college. They didn't graduate the top of the class. No, they just found something that they were good at and they kept working it. Repetition. They kept doing it over and over and over again. And they found a way to get paid from it. It's just like an entertainer or an athlete or some business person or somebody that's good at social media or a teacher, a mechanic, somebody that do body work. It's duplication. It could be somebody that's in MLM, network marketing, direct sales, baby. They just know how to draw a crowd. And they have 2 to 5 people. They teach them the same thing that they did. And they duplicate that. And before you know it, you have hundreds of people, thousands of people in network marketing. And these people, they ain't no geniuses. They're not the sharpest nail in the drawer. They're not articulate. They don't dress. You don't have to be. You don't have to be like President Obama. You don't got to be like President Obama. Jesus Christ. If you had to be like President Obama, shit, where would we be as black males? God. Y'all making this shit way too complicated, man. Either you're slinging crack rocks or you got a wicked jump shot. Yeah, that's what they used to say they used to say that in the 80s. I've seen brothers have their own lawnmower and go out cutting lawns and shoot heads. It still makes money. You don't have to sell drugs. I'm not going to say you don't got to sell drugs. I'm not going to tell everybody that. But what I'm going to say is this. Be careful and don't trust anybody. That's what I would say to anybody if I found out that someone was selling dope. I would say be careful and don't trust anybody and find your way out. Because there's no future in the dope game. It's either jail or death. Shit. Yeah, it is what it is. A lot of people steal great ideas. Like, hell yeah, they steal. They steal all the time. Master thieves out here. Man, people been stealing they were stealing before we were born, man. People steal let me tell you something. People have stolen my book. Shit out of my book, people have stolen already. People have stolen shit out of my book already. Somebody took the whole fucking title. They named their book Love Can't Wait 2. And before I nobody had a book titled Love Can't Wait on Amazon. Nobody had it because I researched it. Nobody had it. Somebody, they stole the title and wrote a poem book. See what they'll do online, if they find out that your product is selling a lot, they'll try to model it with a title or even with content. So their product will show up in the search engines. So they think that if somebody go to search for my book, that they might buy theirs too. That's the thinking behind that. People, they'll rip your shit off. They don't give a damn. Mark stole the concept of Facebook, but recreated it to be what it is. The original guys who made Face Boom would have never found that by hook or crook. Yeah, they always do that shit. They'll take your shit. They'll buy your product too. They'll buy your product, read it, and paraphrase it, put a spin on it, recreate it, and rename it. This happens all the time. Clint Eastwood stole movie scripts from other directors. The world is a jungle. You cannot be me. Yeah, if your shit is selling online or just selling in general on any platform, somebody's gonna rip you off. Somebody's gonna rip you off. That's just what it is. I mean, you can try to copyright it as much as you want, but they still gonna rip you off. Still gonna rip you off. My grandmother used to tell me, people hate up. They don't hate down. So that's how that is. Apple stole opinion and stole they'll get sued, but made more money than. And also, yeah, they do that too. I mean, they're like, shit, by the time they pay out the money for the lawsuit, they already made 10x the amount of money. So they don't give a shit. I mean, look at some of these banks do the same shit. They'll close a bunch of accounts, then take the money out of those accounts, which probably come up to be $500 million, and then they'll get fined and pay out $50 million. So it's like they already made the money tenfold. Wells Fargo did that shit. Then they'll send you a letter out in the mail saying, oh, if this happened to you, let us know, this and that. Man, get out of here. It's a cold game out here, man. It's a cold game. It's a cold game, man. But hey, guys, it's been real. You know, I'm about to roll. If you like this video, again, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe, share this video. Check out my Patreon and check out badboysecretsclub.com. Like I said, it's I'm giving it full access for 7 days. You just pay $1. If you don't like it, cancel at any time, you know. So until next time. And oh yeah, I almost forgot about this. Check out the new gear that I have. Check out the new gear, new t-shirts that I have. If you go to chooseyourrelationships.com, check out the new gear that I have. I just put that out over the last couple of days. So until next time, I'm out. Peace.